Our last video was part one of a two-part series from Lake Bled in Slovenia, this amazing outdoor paradise. We introduced you to the lake and took you for a hilltop ring walk to get up high and show you an overview. You'll have noticed that the church is the centrepiece of the lake. In part two, Helen travels to the church by rowing boat, or pletna as they're called, and rings the bell like hundreds of people have done over the years. I took to the hills and rode my electric mountain bike on trails, roads and grass tracks under the beautiful forestry canopy.
There are quite a few boat stations all the way around the lake. So from the site, the one I'm walking to, it takes about 20 minutes. There's so much to like about being at Lake Bled. Not only is it a very relaxing place, the site's very good, the people are very friendly. The views of the lake are just amazing. Every day the water's a different colour. The light hits the churches, hits the island at different times of the day. Sunrise is beautiful, sunset's beautiful. The actual lake here itself is glacial in origin. It's 2,121 metres long and 1,380 metres wide. And Bled Island that you can see out there is the only natural island in Slovenia. We've safely arrived on the island. It takes about 15 minutes to get across from the boat station that I set off from, and you can probably see the boats behind me just down here. And they sort of have to reverse onto the docking station, and then there's a strict rota that you get off the boat, starting from the front, then left, right, because these are flat-bottom boats, and we don't want any capsizing this close in.
While Helen makes her way up the steps towards the church to have a look round, I thought I'd tell you about the biking opportunities here, because there are varied options, whether you want to go out on the road and explore, if you're a lycra-clad warrior and enjoy your long-distance road cycling. You can see the roads themselves have got this strange setup with cycle lanes either side and a very narrow lane in the middle, if you're an off-road mountain biker, with or without electric. There are plenty of forest trails and tracks. But for me, I like these forestry trails over the gravel bottoms, mixing with the local roads and the grass tracks and the fire tracks through the forest. The emerald green river is always very, very attractive. You meet the odd cyclist, but that's it really.
That was quite a climb, but I found this place at the top, right at the top of this hill. A little taverna, a little like an alpine ski bar, to be fair, not only me here. But yeah, it's going to be have some local Turkish coffee. So, hello. She described it as local Turkish coffee, so I don't quite know what that means, but I bet it'll be good.
I can vouch for the Turkish coffee. Certainly put lead in your pencil going back down the hill, which was quite exhilarating really. As you can imagine, the rate of descent. We're soon back on the local village roads, winding his way back down towards Lake Bled and back to the campsite. It was quite a day. Check this out. This is just beautiful, isn't it? It's just coming off the hills, heading its way into Lake Bled, and it's just beautiful. And I've just parked on a bridge, just checking out the scenery, and it's just as beautiful in the other direction. If I spin you around, you can see how much water they've had down here because of the debris that's been rammed up against the rocks. The recent rainfalls that hit Europe have played its part here, there's no doubt. I have to say, that was the biggest test jet for the new bike, and it did very well. About 3 hours, we were out, 30 miles, 5,000 feet to climb. Here's the data.
So the journey out and back is with the same pletna. I think that's the name of the guys and girls that get the boats across here, and they will give you a return time as well. So you find your boat driver, for want of a better word, on the way back, and we've got 40 minutes to have a look round. 99 steps apparently. If you want to go into the church, then there's a little bit of a dress code, so no swimsuits.
Hi, ready? Go slowly walk.
These flowers smell gorgeous. Souvenirs, of course there's souvenirs. Every good island's got a souvenir shop. We'll check that out later. And this is the biggest draw to people to come here. It's the Church of the Mother of God on the lake. To have a look around the church, there's another entrance fee, which is €12. So we're going to go and check it out now. So this is the church in the middle of the island at Lake Bled. It's very peaceful, it's very echoey, it's full of marble, and the altar's very, very ornate. And below here, you can see some of the ruins of the original church. And if you're in here, you're allowed to ring the wishing bell. Now, the story of the wishing bell is that on this island there was a husband and wife, and the husband was murdered by robbers, and the wife sold all her gold and silver to have a bell made, and on its route across here to the island in stormy waters, the boat sank, and it said on a clear day you can still hear the bell ringing. And the lady left the island and went into a convent in Rome, where she became a nun. And when she died, the Pope commissioned another bell and sent it across to the island. And it said, if you ring the bell, then your dreams and your wishes will come true. And that is the wishing bell. So I'm going to ring it 3 times. There you go. Once you're on the island, you can walk around for free. There's somewhere to get something to eat and drink. If you pay your €12, that gets you into, and let me get this right, the Church of the Assumption of Mary and the Wishing Bell, which is the church we've just looked round. You can also climb the tower behind and go and have a look at the clock and get the views from the top. And there's also a museum you can walk round. And that's all for your €12. Like I've said, there's various ways to get to the island. These guys have just been over on paddle boards, rowing boats. And you can just leave it here and go and explore. That was a whistle-stop tour of the island in the centre of Lake Bled. Am I glad I've been? Yes, I am. The boat ride is fantastic. It's great to see the views from the other side of the lake. And also, it's good to have a look around the island, to have a walk around the church, and to ring the bell. Don't think these guys are going to be short of work, given the amount of tourists that are here at the minute. Goodness knows what it must be like in the height of summer. But there we go, we've got the boat reversing in, so everybody can get off. Now to find my boat driver to get me back. And this is our boat, Tinkara. The boat fee is €18, and you pay just as you're setting off back from the island, and you pay the boatman or lady that's brought you out here. "20 minutes later, we've left the island and we're back at the dock. Try not to take the ducks out.
So Helen, tell us about this cake.
This is the traditional Bled cream cake, and I've done really well because I've resisted for the amount of days we've been here, but today, final day, time to try it. Oh, it's like, oh dear, I think that's why you need 2 forks. Oh, it's a bit squidgy.
Squidgy. Squidgy cake. Good. That run you did this morning.
It's a good job.
Just been wiped out.
And that's just on the first mouthful. Good morning. Last day in Bled, I'm afraid. And we're up early. Martin's out photographing the sunrise. Some of the boats are out already, obviously taking people to the island, and the bells are ringing, telling everybody to get up. How's it going?
Okay. Yeah, okay. It's like, it's an act of God, isn't it? It's you never quite know what you're going to get. Well, Lake Bled, it's been a dream.
Oh, it's been a blast.
It's been utterly fantastic. And as we're about to settle into our last Zaka burger, just to do the place justice, and we're going to saddle up and hit the road.
Yeah.
So we'll see you in the next one. Martin out.
Helen out.